Hi, this is Tom Blodgett from Jende Industries, and today I'm going to introduce the new 1x6 stone, a Shapton professional stone, a travel stone for Oboes.ch. This is the stone. Now this is my stone. It's used, quite used. Yours will be much newer. Comes with a nice sheath. It fits it in for traveling. Velcro secures it. The stone is 1x6, 1 inch by 6 inches long by about 5 or 6 millimeters thick. Mounted to aluminum, so it gives it more stability. It won't break. Again, very travel friendly. You can put it in the sheath, put it in your case, put it in your bag, and it's no problem there. And you don't need the full-size stone all the time with you, so you can bring this when you're traveling with the orchestra or out for a few days rehearsals, and you don't want to bring your full-size stone, and you're just touching up your reed knife in between sessions in your studio. Okay, so now we're going to use the Oboes.ch knife with the 2 blades, and I'm going to start off as if you're just touching up your reed knife. So I'm going to take the second blade, which clearly gets the most use, and we're just going to touch that up as if you were using your reed knife and it feels like it needs some maintenance, and you don't want to run back and bring your full-size stones. You take out this one stone, which is 1500 grit. It's more than enough for daily maintenance, and it keeps it in very good working condition. It's a 1-stone solution. So this needs a little bit of water, so you can take some water from your reed cup. I mean, literally just a couple of drops. You might want to change the water with your reeds. And that's all you really need. Now, it won't soak in. It doesn't need to be pre-soaked or anything. Just a splash and go. So what you would normally do is either hold the stone in your hand like this, very carefully, not to get your fingers caught with the knife as it goes along. Or if you're not as comfortable holding it and just don't feel good about it, you can use another surface, the edge of a table, the box, for example. So to begin, now this is if your reed knife is doing well, you're scraping, and it just needs refreshing, and you don't need to bring out every stone and start from the beginning. All you need is to just kind of refresh that edge. And the way to do it with a bevel knife, such as the Oboes.ch reed knife, is to simply follow the bevel. So a little bit of water here. Now I'm going to do this so you can see a little bit better. Normally it would be flat as this way as you're doing it, so you can see it better, but for perspective today, I'm going to try to get it so you can see what I'm doing here. So because this has a bevel, it already has the angle that you need to have in order to refresh it. So it's sort of preset. So here we're going to start with it kind of flat, and then we're going to tilt it up till we hit that bevel. And once you hit that bevel, it stops. So there's a stop in the knife as it does it. And you can go further, but this is flat, and here's your bevel. So both knives have this, both blades have this feature. That's what's good about the bevel here. So what we're going to do now, if your knife is just, again, tired, you're going to put that bevel flat, and you don't need any pressure here because you're pretty sharp still, just tired. And you're going to come forward, keeping it on there, very light touch. Follow that bevel and come down. Okay, now this would be done, of course, flat. Alright, but over here so you can see, matching that bevel, keeping it all the way. I've got it all the way forward here, towards the heel of the knife, and just letting it come down. Now you do this about 5 or 6 times. You shouldn't need to do this that much. If your blade is in very good condition and it's just a little bit tired, 5 strokes, very light, is more than enough in most cases. A little more water. Water will usually not run off, but the way I'm holding it, obviously, it runs off. So, okay, so we're going to give it 5 strokes this way, a little bit forward, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this should sort of give a fresh. You can feel some burr that's forming over here. You feel a little bit of toothiness. That's the burr. That lets you know that you've hit that edge of the edge with that stone. If you don't feel that, you might need a little bit more, and we'll discuss that in a little bit later. All right, so I'm doing okay here. So we're going to switch to the other side. Now the other side is flat, so there's really no brainer. You just keep it flat. Okay, so if you can see here, it's flat. against the stone, and just run that, and come forward and keeping it flat. Do that about 5 times as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm starting to feel some burr on the other side here, so I know I've gotten it already. Then we're going to come back and always finish away if you're right-handed. Left-handed will be the same thing, always finish away, because the burr will be on this side and that's where you're scraping. So here, one more time, and you're pretty much good to go. The burr's on this side, you can feel it. You might want to do a couple of alternating strokes, that's another way. You don't have to do 5 strokes on each side, you can do a few very light alternating strokes, and take your time, there's no rush. The stone is aggressive, it works very quick, and leaves a very good working edge. And then always end away. And then your knife is pretty much good to go. Thank you.